Hi everyone, and welcome to Two-Player Quest, where I help you on your quest to find the best two-player board games for you. And today I am back with my husband again, just like last year, to discuss our favourite games of the past year. Now, this isn't necessarily games that came out last year. This is just basically what are our favourite games at this point in time. So, say hello, Tom.
Hello.
Hello. So, I think we should just get started on number 5.
Yes.
So am I starting on number 5? I am starting on number 5. So my number 5 is exactly the same number 5 as last year. It's still Twilight Imperium. We haven't played it over the last year, which I think is a shame, but we moved, we've had a lot of things to do, but I still really like Twilight Imperium.
It is quite a logistical thing to put on the table. It's
quite a logistical nightmare to get on the table, to get the people to play the game, as you need at least 3, and it's best with sort of 5 or possibly 6.
We do have enough friends that want to play it. It's just we didn't take the time to plan it this time.
Yes, and getting people who can all play on a certain day is just a palaver. But I still really like Twilight Imperium. So it's still my number 5 of favourite board games at this point, and I've been saying this for a while. We need to plan another session. So I will look into planning another session for that. What's your number 5, Tom?
My number 5 was not on my list last year.
Ooh.
It is Dungeons of Doria. It's a cooperative dungeon crawl game, sort of. It's more of a loot game because you get a lot of loot. We still don't like the campaign mode of it, but just getting it on the table. It always has a spot. At some points, we just take it out of the cupboard and play it. So I really liked it. I still like it, and it's still a game that is placed on the board, on the table.
Yeah, and I like that they call it a loot crawler on BGG, because that is pretty much what it is. You're looting and trying to get the best weapons, and then
you start with 6 items, you end with 20 or something, and all different. Then
if you haven't sold them by then, it's. I completely agree. It's a very good game. So my number 4 is one of the newer games this year, is Vantage.
Vantage.
Because I really liked Vantage. It's the new new, not necessarily new anymore. It's the newer Stone Meyer game. You basically sort of crash land on a unknown planet and you have to try to survive. So sometimes the mission is find the other person, because you both sort of get sent to different places. Sometimes it's build a rocket back home. Sometimes it's find a community to live in. Sometimes it's as simple as find water, find shelter, and survive. So
it's quite an easy game as well. It's not complex. It's not. You don't need to roll for combat. There's some sort of combat in it.
There is some. I know there is some combat. Can I remember at this point how that worked exactly?
It's with the amount of tokens you need to reach an amount of thing,
Yeah.
which it is just a very nice game to play. It has a lot of story to it.
Yeah,
or you make a story for it. It's like, I want to do this. Nah, let's just do this because it just sounds great. And you can also catch animals. Like we had a go to catch them all spree as well.
Yeah.
At some point we needed it and we couldn't find any of it, and other times we had a different mission and we befriended one animal after another. It's nice, and most of the times we haven't really found each other. Well, for one mission,
each other once
at one point,
because that was pretty much the mission. But it's really hard to find each other.
It is really hard to find the other player, but you don't need the other player.
No, you're just sort of doing your own thing together, but separately.
Yes.
It's really fun. I like the storytelling aspect of it. So it is a lot of reading, but it's very interesting. It's very different every time. As you said, one time it was basically got to catch them all with animals. And at one point you went into some cave system and spent ages in a cave system. And I was just wandering around a city somewhere. It's a very different experience every time you play it. And you can take some knowledge of the previous time with you to a new game, but it's not necessarily useful.
And we have played, I think, 3 times now?
No, we played more than that.
Oh, 3 or 4 run-throughs, and we've barely been to the same spots.
Yeah, so it's...
But I still think it's best for 2. because the story. For others, if you like to take a bit longer with your game to have some talks with some others, because if someone is reading something, you can just listen to them.
Yeah.
And go through a story. But with the two, you get your turn quicker.
Yeah, you're
have
more
to wait for the others
doing something.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I do agree. There is, if I have made a video about certain games that I am pointing out, which I will have made by most of them, I will link them somewhere. So what's your number 4, Tom?
My number 4 is a game we originally didn't have ourselves, and we bought it this year for quite a reduced price. It is Daybreak.
Yep.
It's a co-op save the world kind of game, and it also involves a lot of real-time. So the cards they made, the bonus you get is a real-time event. The only thing maybe that's a bit we still need to practice with it is making it harder for ourselves, because until now we haven't lost a single one, and even sometimes won around 4 instead of you have 6 rounds. But I still really like the system. It's an easy to set up, but it's quite hard to. You have so many options with the cards. Do you want to place them on top? Do you want to place them on bottom? And even with more than 2 players, it's still a good game.
Certainly. No, I definitely agree that Daybreak is a good game. I'm very happy that we bought it when we did, well, when we basically saw it for a good price. As you said, every initiative that is on the cards is an actual initiative in the real world, and it's all about trying to save the planet from global warming. So it's also an important topic. It's all made without plastic, so it's all cardboard, which is, again, something to help.
I don't specifically look for that kind of stuff, but that they made it all included it's a nice bonus.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's a great game.
Yes, I agree that the game mechanics is a very good game. Now, my number 3 is already on this list, is Dungeons & Doria. So, yes, no, I definitely agree that Dungeons & Doria is a very good game. There are sort of times in which I think to myself, you know what I really fancy doing? Dungeons & Doria.
Yeah, that's why we put it on the table.
Yeah, that's how it comes to the table. At some point, you just think to yourself, you know what I fancy? Just rolling some dice, getting really annoyed by certain dice rolls, because that will happen with Dungeons & Doria. You are going to get extremely annoyed by certain dice rolls, but you really get immersed into the game and your enthusiasm and the regret and everything that comes with it. So I really enjoy Dungeons & Doria.
Yeah, it's also because we also use it, we always say that the other person rolls the enemy dice.
Yeah.
So it's really annoying if you roll high and you roll as the enemy, you roll even higher.
Yeah, it's ridiculous sometimes when it's rolled. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
So my number 3 was on my list last year, but it dropped from place 1 till 3rd place. It's Eclipse. I still like the game. We haven't played it this year.
No.
I think so. Maybe we did once.
Maybe
with
once.
Some friends. It's just empire building, but also with combat. The combat is really nice because you have built your own spaceship. It's just a great game. It takes a bit longer. It's also one of the only few PvP games we actually have in the list this year as well. Mm-hmm.
I looked at my list and I was like, I think pretty much that was before I had Twilight. I switched out Twilight Imperium semi last minute, and then at that point I was like, all of the games on my list are co-ops. While last year about 4 of my games, let's have a look. 3 of my games were not co-op. So yes, my taste has certainly gone a bit more towards co-op. Than
yes,
PvP.
Same for me, by the way, because I went to I think 1 this year, and that is Eclipse.
Yeah, mine is Twilight Imperium. Yeah.
So yes, and you also probably noticed with the games we bought, there are a lot of co-op games because it's we do like playing against each other, but it's also with 2 players, you always have a difference.
A winner and a loser.
Yeah, and in this case, we have a lot more co-op games, which we can actually do together. And if one is really snowballing, it doesn't matter because the other one also
benefits from it.
So yeah.
Did I just do your number 3?
Yes, we've done my number 3, which was Eclipse.
Which was Eclipse, yes. Very good game. I completely agree. It was on the list last year.
Yes, number 2. I think our number 1 and 2
I think our number 1 and 2 are the same.
It depends on if it's the same order.
Yeah, no. So we both have the same games, I imagine, on 1 and 2.
Yes, I think so.
The question is which one is 1 and which one is 2. So my 2 at this point is Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
You've seen the amount of videos that I've made about Slay the Spire.
Yeah, but even then, even without the videos about Slay the Spire, we sometimes even pick it.
And don't film it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we've played this on holiday without filming. We've played it with friends without filming. We really like Slay the Spire.
And it's also nice to play with friends as well, because it's quite easy to set up. You can also skip a few acts with friends. We've done that a few times. But also, when we go on holiday, this is one of the games we bring along and actually play. Because we most of the times take 10 games or something and we play 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But this is one we actually play a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. No, my Slay the Spire is on number 2.
Yeah. Okay.
What is it for you?
Mine, it's not on number 2.
Oh.
My number 2 is Gloomhaven 2nd edition specifically. So the last 2 weeks we've played Gloomhaven 2nd edition. We bought it on
a whim.
On a whim.
Basically.
We thought about it, buying it. We weren't sure.
And then we thought we saw it for a good price at the board game convention.
Which it wasn't. And now we played it, and it is so much better than 1st edition. But also, we still haven't played out Frosthaven yet.
No, we haven't finished Frosthaven yet. Where I think we're about somewhere between a quarter way through and halfway through.
No, I think even less. We haven't played that far.
No, we got quite far with the 2 of us with Frosthaven.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well.
But it's still, it's all the special rules, the missions, the building of the base. Gloomhaven 2nd edition is just the 1st edition, but better. All the characters, what the problem was from Gloomhaven 1st edition was the characters were not special. Now, we haven't done all of them yet, but they all feel so much different and they improve so much of the game. Which you will make a video about shortly, or is it already? Okay.
No, I am making a video about that shortly.
So yes, I really like the game, but it's not my number 1. So yes, and your
So my number 1 is Gloomhaven 2nd edition. Last year it was when it came to sort of Gloomhavens, it was Gloomhaven / Frosthaven, the sort of franchise. I am now specifically stating Gloomhaven 2nd edition because I completely agree with you. Gloomhaven 2nd edition is so much better than the first.
And then Frosthaven.
They improved an already very good game, which is hard to do. But I agree that
I didn't expect this much from 2nd edition because we already loved it. I already wanted to restart the game. We weren't sure because we needed to play Frosthaven. Then we got this. Now even more.
Yeah, no. 2nd edition, it is really good. The characters are improved. The missions are generally improved. You now have sort of 3 groups rather than 2 groups that you could choose. The monsters are improved. No, pretty much everything, I would say, is an improvement. I don't think we've found something that is not an improvement yet that has changed.
Yes.
So I am very happy with Gloomhaven 2nd edition, and it is at my number 1 spot at this point.
Yes. Well, also Gloomhaven was on my second spot last year as well, but it stayed in the same spot. But mine first is Slay the Spire.
We didn't do the honourable mentions we wanted to do.
We'll do that.
Those in a moment.
Yeah. My first is Slay the Spire because it's a game. I think this year, anytime we want to play a game, it's like I wouldn't mind slaying the Spire.
Yep.
And also, it's a great holiday game. We have played a lot of Gloomhaven the last couple of
weeks. Yeah.
But still, I think it's easier to pick up Slay the Spire. So I think it's still on my number 1 spot. I just before the filming, I switched it around. I wasn't sure yet because it's on the same level, but it's easy to pick up.
This is
store away.
Once you've once we finish Gloomhaven, it'll be out for a while.
In this case, we might even want to start a second time and then take the Frosthaven characters. But it's still an investment.
Once you've finished, it'll be out of our table for a while.
Yes.
But Slay the Spire is always going to be coming to our table in between. So I do understand what you mean with Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is just easier to bring to the table and play for session or a quick session. No,
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean.
not a quick
You
session
do
because
the
for us a quick session is like 1.5 hour, 2 hours is a
Yeah.
quick session for us. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But now, like I said, we forgot to do honourable mentions we wanted to do
Yes.
before number 1. So Tom, let's see if our honourable mentions are the same.
So I have 3 honourable mentions I want to highlight. One is Vantage, which you actually called in your list.
Yep.
I do like it. The other one is Firefighters on Duty. We haven't played it that much. We haven't picked it up that much after we played it the first time. But I still think it's a great game.
See, I put down in my honourable mentions Firefighters on Duty / Project Elite.
Yes.
Because I think they both have their place. They are very similar. They are both very good games.
I like Firefighters on Duty, I think 2 or 3 times more than Project Elite.
I'm not sure. I might like Firefighters on Duty maybe just a bit more, but I'm not even sure I like Firefighters on Duty more than I did Project Elite.
Firefighters on Duty has more objectives, more stress. It's just once you've figured it out, once you have had the hotspots gone, it's quite easy to finish the game. The other one will be going and going and going.
Once you sort of get a flow into it, you can sort of get through Firefighters on Duty quite easily.
At least what we've done now, because we haven't tried out the hard ones. We haven't taken it many times out of the table, so that's also...
Yeah.
Yeah. The last one is Civolution, because it was on my list last year. I still think it's... We don't play it much, but we've played it a few times this year.
Yeah, we have played it a few times this year.
Yeah, so
it's just a very heavy, intense game that you need to be in the mood for.
it is my replacement of Terraforming Mars, sort of.
Yeah, because you have not fancied Terraforming Mars a whole bloody year.
No.
So I frankly had written down Terraforming Mars an honourable mention, but I'm thinking to myself, why? I still really like Terraforming Mars.
Because you still like it. It's just that we don't play it because I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. So then my other honourable mention, I had Eclipse, Firefighters on Duty. That's fine. You've already said those. Sky Team.
Oh, Sky Team.
I still really think the Sky Team is a very good game and should be an honourable mention because it is a very good game.
Yeah, true.
And again, we haven't necessarily played it that much this year, but when we grab it, it's still a very good game.
And when we grab it, we most of the times play all the scenarios.
Yeah, we play a bunch of scenarios after each other because we play it quite quickly. And the last honourable mention, which I think should be made, is Paleo.
Yes, Paleo was also... I was thinking of putting it on my list even.
Yeah.
But I forgot to add it to the honourable mentions. But it's a quick game. It's a nice game. It's just... Other games are nicer, but most of the times take longer and a bit heavier.
I wouldn't necessarily call it quick. It's a reasonable length game. So if you want to spend some time doing a game, so it usually lasts about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So it's not too long, but it's not sort of our usual game length, if you look at the games that we generally play.
True.
It's definitely a lot simpler, but it's nice to have that simplicity sometimes. To just sort of turn your brain off, as I'm going to call it, and just do what the cards
And we even
say.
started a campaign, sort of campaign that we are going to do all the combinations. and we've almost finished A.
We've almost finished A with everything, and then we always add J.
Oh, J, the last one.
The last one, the Tigers.
Because we need a bit more...
because if you don't do that, then it's boring.
it's too easy for us.
It's too easy.
Yeah. But it's a good game. Yeah, it should also have an honourable mention from my side.
That was the last honourable mention that I had.
Yeah. If you've heard our list and you say, well, have you ever tried this game? Let us know.
If you have suggestions, put them in the comments below because we are always looking for new board games. We have some in our cupboard that still need to be played. We're going to play more during the holidays, but then we just basically only played Gloomhaven.
Yeah, Gloomhaven is still under the table now, and we want to finish it at least once.
Yeah.
So we need to play some other games as well.
That's going to take a while.
Yeah. If you have your own list, please put it in a comment as well, because we are. It's nice to know what other people think about.
We are very curious to see what you like to play, and maybe play it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, I think that's... Do you have closing remarks?
No.
I want to say Happy New Year if you're watching this during the New Year. And thank you for watching. And please come back next week for a new review.